Model was a criminal, an outcast in his youth, a victim of bullying, and openly homosexual. But he was my role model, and he is my role model. And if there is one thing that I've learned from his life, then it is that sometimes it is the very people that no one ever imagines anything of that do the things no one can even imagine. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, permit me, Bhavya Shah from Gopi Birla Memorial School, to introduce you to the man who single-handedly defeated the Nazis in the blood-spattering Second World War. The legend who sat in a hut solving the most difficult mathematical puzzle of the time, thus saving nearly 1.5 crore lives. Let me narrate to you the untold story of an unsung hero. Alan Turing. 1912 is when Alan Turing is born like an ordinary newcomer to this world in London, because after all, every somebody was once a nobody. 1927 is when 15-year-old Alan is able to solve advanced calculus problems in his head like a pro and has already condensed Einstein's relativity theory with a swag. He didn't waste his time playing with fidget spinners and singing Dinchak Puja songs. In 1936, at Cambridge, Alan Turing invented literally the computer by conceptualizing the first ever universal Turing machine. But wait, 1941 is when this prodigy's intellect was truly put to the test. Hitler and company used the Enigma cipher, an encryption device used for all German military communication, that is, to perpetrate the Holocaust, to attack the innocent, and to massacre Jews. And the fact of the matter was that the British had ready access to a bunch of these Enigma machines. But the caveat worth pointing out is that the Enigma had 159 million, that is 159 followed by 18 zeros different possible configurations. And these settings were reset by the Germans every 24 hours. The Americans, the French, the Soviets, the British, the Polish all considered the Enigma unbreakable. But if you can imagine anything, you can achieve the impossible. And that's precisely what Alan Turing did. He cracked the Enigma, won the Allies World War II, and game over. But remember what I said earlier? This very role model I've been idolizing all this while was a convicted criminal, bullied at school, and gay. Every tale has its ending. Sometimes it's a happily ever after, and sometimes not so much. In 1952, this English war hero was convicted out of all things of homosexuality, forced to undergo chemical castration, and his life consequently ended in 1954. This is how Alan Turing's 41 years of selfless devotion to the society and world at large gruesomely culminated. Sir Alan Matheson Turing, you will never realize how indebted this world is to you, and you shall never hear these words I speak, but I shall utter them nonetheless. Thank you for teaching me the value of resilience. Thousands of cryptographical algorithms must have been tried and failed. Only did one succeed. Life kept throwing stones at you, and you kept finding diamonds in them. Thank you for teaching me the appreciation of diversity. You might like chocolate, I'd like vanilla. You might prefer Deepika Padukone while I am a fan of Emma Watson. But in any case, who are we to decide and judge whom one can and cannot love? Thank you for every single thing that you have done for mankind. You were not a criminal, you were a war hero. You were not a machine, you were a human being with feelings just like all of us. You were a World War II peacemaker. You were a computer pioneer, the inventor of artificial intelligence, the world's best code breaker. Just like Bahubali was to the kingdom of Mahishmati, Bhagat Singh was to the Republic of India, I proclaim that Alan Turing was to world peace and the human race. Because if there is one thing that all of us must take away from the life of Alan Turing, then it is this. Sometimes it is the very people that no one ever imagines anything of that do the things no one can even imagine. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.